Hey everybody, thanks for joining me here at Bitcoin and Crypto News. Today is January 7th, 2021, and today we're going to take a look at some of the top news stories in the wild world of crypto, as well as take a look at some of the price action from over the past 24 hours. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. That really helps the channel grow and get the video out to more people. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos. So before we get into the price action, I'd like to point out that Bitcoin officially passed $40,000, topping out at $40,180.15 just about an hour ago. So who would have thought just a week ago we were passing $20,000, and now we've blown past not only $20,000, but also $30,000, and even touched as high as $40,000. Alright, so after we peaked out at $40,000, how is the market doing? Right now, Bitcoin is trading at $38,610, up 8.3%. We have Ethereum trading at $1,217. XRP is continuing its resurgence, up 27.3% over the last 24 hours, trading right above 32 cents. We have Litecoin up basically a percentage point, trading at $169. Cardano is down 1.8%, trading at 30 cents. Polkadot, the biggest loser in the top 10, is down 4%, trading at $9.81. We have Bitcoin Cash trading at $448, down half a percentage point. Stellar is up 4.1%, trading at 31 cents. And we also have Chainlink down 3.9%, trading at $16.12. Alright, and let's take a look at the top performers for the day. We have Nano up 84%, trading at $4.12, up over 280% over the last 7 days. We have Status up 30%, Yearn Finance up 28.6%, trading at $32,344, as well as XRP, Terra, and Verge, all trading above 20% for the day. And our first news story of the day is looking at the total market capitalization, or the combined price of all cryptocurrencies currently in circulation. As of yesterday, we have just exceeded $1 trillion. Currently, the value is $1,045 billion. If we look at the breakdown, Bitcoin is the leader with over $675 billion worth of market cap, accounting for 2/3 of the market. Ethereum is ranked second with over $139 billion. Like we spoke about yesterday, both of those are now in the top 100 of all assets in the world. Taking a look at some of the updated numbers, Bitcoin is now sitting 11th. And taking a look at Ethereum, Ethereum is currently sitting at 92nd, just a little bit over $1 billion away from surpassing Shopify. So with an estimated $95 trillion locked up in all of the world's currencies, we can definitely anticipate more of that money ending up in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as time progresses. Next up, we're going to take a look at Raoul Pal of Real Vision, who tried to melt some people's brains last night on Twitter. Raoul sent out a thread. Within this thread, he was comparing Bitcoin's 2016 and 2017 run to today's run by Ethereum. And before the Bitcoin maximalist jumped through the screen, he knows that Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million and Ethereum has no supply cap. But let's take a look at some of his reasoning. He looked into things like Metcalfe's law, which is essentially the value of a network comes from the amount of users who use the network, and compared this to Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as how Facebook shares a similar performance to Bitcoin through its first 10 years, and how Ethereum is eerily similar to Bitcoin throughout their first 5 years. First up is a chart showing the active users above 1 million for both assets. If you look, Bitcoin is in white and Ethereum is in blue. And currently, since its inception, Ethereum is following along Bitcoin's line almost identically, which at the current moment ends right at where Bitcoin begins to go parabolic in early 2017. He also posted a chart showing the pricing of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you look at the two lines on the chart, once again Ethereum is in blue and Bitcoin is in white. They are eerily similar and almost seem to be range bound. And at current time, Ethereum is almost identically priced with Bitcoin at the same point. Next, he looked at the market cap of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. This shows that Ethereum's market cap appears to be growing much faster than Bitcoin at the same point in their history, from when they first reached 1 million active addresses. Ethereum still has a lot of ground to make up to catch Bitcoin, but thus far it does seem to be on a similar trend to early 2016 through 2017. He ended the thread with his final post saying that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin by almost 2 times, and that Ethereum is driven by the exact same mechanism, a great narrative, and that is the platform for programmable money and obviously Metcalfe's law. Raoul said, "It is the same as Bitcoin at the same point in its adoption cycle with the exact same price, and its market cap is rising faster, and suggests that its adoption cycle might be more dramatic too." My thoughts align with Raoul on this. I believe that especially during the next cycle, Ethereum very well may outperform Bitcoin. It is a much smaller market cap, about 3 times smaller in fact, and is currently the base network for so many projects out in the space. If you ask me 15 to 20 years down the line, I'm more confident in Bitcoin's fit into the world and as a global currency, but short term, I do think it's very possible we see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin. I don't know if I'm as bullish as Raoul, who believes that 20K is not out of the question for Ethereum. It does seem pretty high in my opinion, but then again, Ethereum did go from $8 on January 1st of 2017 all the way up to $1,440 a year later on January 13th. And that was without all of the institutional interest in the space or the DeFi market. So only time will tell, but it's definitely a narrative that we need to keep an eye on. And with all this crazy price action in Bitcoin, many in the space are beginning to wonder, when will alt season come? Although, looking at the price action from the last few days, it does seem like we may be in some kind of mini alt season. If you've been in the space before, you know that the typical flow of money is into Bitcoin and then into larger cap coins like Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Monero, and now Polkadot and Chainlink, and into others in the top 20 or so. And after those increase in price, the money dives into the deep end and starts looking at some more riskier, smaller cap altcoins. Typically, we would need Bitcoin to trend sideways for a bit before we see an explosion into altcoins. Because if Bitcoin is setting new all-time highs daily like it has been over the past few days, many people will just leave their money in Bitcoin since it's a much lower risk and it is performing incredibly well. If Bitcoin stalls a little and trades sideways, capital will begin to flow into altcoins. The large ones at first, but then it will trickle down into the smaller projects. But also, we should keep in mind if there's a correction in Bitcoin's price, altcoins tend to correct harsher as money flows back into the more stable and reliable Bitcoin. One of the popular reasons that some analysts believe we are about to approach some type of alt season is because Bitcoin is looking more and more expensive each day. For instance, let's take a look at Ethereum. Despite having rallied from $700 to around $1,200, just in this month alone, it is still nearly 20% short of its all-time high of a little bit over $1,400, which it reached back in January of 2018. We also have coins like Litecoin, Stellar, XRP, Monero, and many other prominent coins that are yet to set new all-time highs. At its current price of over $38,000, Bitcoin is well over 60% from its previous all-time high of just under $20,000, which it registered 3 years ago, leaving many to believe that altcoins have some catching up to do. But just because there may be an alt season on our hands, that doesn't mean that institutional investors are going to stop buying Bitcoin. Which leads us to our next story, where an institutional investor executed one of the largest crypto trades in the history of Coinbase. A Bloomberg report says that One River Management CIO Eric Peters spearheaded the purchase of over $600 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum through One River Digital Assets Management, with plans to increase the company's holdings to $1 billion in early 2021. During an interview in December, CIO Eric Peters spoke about their interest in the space and said that holding these assets over the long term aligns yourself with the macro megatrends of technological advance and currency debasement, both of which appear to be accelerating. And naturally, where this all leads and to what valuations will be determined by our collective imagination. One River Management is not the first, and they most certainly will not be the last major investment fund to get into Bitcoin, but with hopes of increasing their balance to over $1 billion. Our next story comes from a startup company called Zap and takes a look at the work they are doing on the Lightning Network. Zap is a Lightning Network payment startup backed by Visa, and on Wednesday they announced the rollout of Strike Global, which is a payments and remittance app using the Bitcoin Layer 2 technology called Lightning Network. Strike allows users to send payments without going through Bitcoin themselves. And if this sounds familiar, that's because this is the same company and technology that the NFL will be using to pay part of Russell Okung's salary of about. And the way it works is Strike will automatically withdraw money from the user's bank account, exchanging it into Bitcoin, and then exchange it back into the recipient's fiat currency and banking system. This is more bullish news as the case for Bitcoin and its use in day-to-day life, along with the Lightning Network, is becoming more and more prevalent in our everyday life. Last up, we have news coming out of South Korea, and the South Korean government has issued an amendment on Wednesday to introduce a tax on profits from crypto trading. This has been a law that has been years in work and has been delayed many times, especially over the recent months in 2020. The change in law will begin in 2023, so crypto users still have a couple years before this would go into plan. The proposal would introduce a variety of additional taxes on capital gains for cryptocurrency holders, anyone making an annual income of more than 2.5 million won, or $2,300, from cryptocurrency profits will be taxed at 20%. This threshold is much lower compared to stocks, where only gains over 50 million won, or about $46,000, will be taxed. So despite there being more clarity around tax laws, they are more strict towards cryptocurrency, which is something that may happen across the globe as more and more countries stiffen up their tax laws, especially when looking at cryptocurrencies. So this will be an interesting topic to follow as many nations begin to reevaluate their crypto and tax laws. And that's all the news I have for you today. I want to thank you for joining me, and if you liked the video or found the information helpful, please hit the like button. That really helps get the video out to more people and help the channel grow. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. I upload videos daily on the top stories in the crypto space. Also, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Raoul is correct that Ethereum may hit $20,000 during the next cycle? Or do you think he's way off base? Where do you see Ethereum topping out during the next run? Let me know what you think down below, and as always, the links for all the articles will be in the description. Thanks again for joining me today, and remember, buy the dips, stack sats, and chill.